Hi, welcome to my channel, Second PUC Accountancy, Learn, Understand and Excel. So today we are going to see another chapter under Second PU Accountancy, that is Dissolution of Partnership Firm. So in this topic, we are going to see the basic concepts of dissolving a partnership firm. Now, first let's see what is the mark allotment for this topic. 1 mark questions, 2 questions will be asked, so 2 marks are allotted, and one definite 12 marker, that is for 12 marks, so totally 14 marks are allotted for this topic. A very important chapter for 12 marks. So now let us move on to see the basic concepts of dissolution of partnership. Before we could see what is the dissolution of partnership, let's see what is dissolution of partnership. So what do you mean by dissolution of a partnership? When there is a change in the relationship among the partners, only among the partners, due to death of a partner or a partner's retirement, but the remaining partners will continue the business. So the business can still continue, then we call it as dissolution of partnership. Now, what is this dissolution of partnership firm? According to the section 39 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932, dissolution of partnership is the dissolution between all the partners of the firm. So dissolution of a firm involves the complete breakdown or termination of the partnership relation between all the partners. In the dissolution of partnership firm, the partners may, by agreement, provide for closure. So in this case, the partnership firm comes to a complete closure of the firm. It may be due to death or lunacy or insolvency of any partner where other partners are not able to continue the business. So here the business will completely come to an end, and let's see what are the different modes of dissolution of a firm, or what are the different ways in which the firm can be dissolved. Following are the modes of dissolution of a partnership firm. First is dissolution by agreement. If partners mutually agree upon to dissolve the firm, and when all other partners of the firm agree to dissolving a firm, then the firm can come to an end. The firm can be dissolved. Then the next method is compulsory dissolution, when the partners become insolvent. When all the partners become insolvent, or if the firm becomes illegal firm, then it is compulsorily made to dissolve. The next mode of dissolution is dissolution on the happening of certain contingencies, that is, certain unexpected reasons or happenings that may happen in the business concern. That is, like for example, when there is certain death of a partner or there is certain loss in the business concern, when the other partners are not able to run the business operation, then the firm can be dissolved. The next mode is dissolution by notice of a partnership at will. Now, when in this case, the firm can be dissolved if all partners gives a notice of dissolution to other partners. The fifth mode is dissolution by court. If any partner files a case against the firm or gives a notice through the court, then the court may order the partnership firm to be dissolved. This can be due to various reasons: when the partner becomes permanently incapable of becoming or performing the duties as a partner, or when a partner becomes insane, or when the partner is guilty of misconduct of the business operation, or when a partner commits any breach of partnership agreement, then the court may order to dissolve the firm. So these are the different modes of dissolution of a partnership firm. Now, what are the settlements to be made? The settlement of accounts on dissolution. So, on dissolution of the partnership firm, the firm's assets have to be realized and the liabilities have to be discharged. In the sense, when the firm is to be closed, the assets of the business concern should be realized, or in other way, it has to be sold, and the liabilities have to be paid off. The mode of settlement of accounts between the partners after dissolution of the partnership firm is the loss which is suffered by the firm should be paid by the partners, and the assets of the firm have to be distributed in order to pay the debts of the firm. So this is the order of settlement of the accounts. So when on dissolution, the firm has to first pay the outside liabilities, that is, the liabilities which the business concern owe to the outsiders, like you have creditors, bills payable, bank loan, or any other external liabilities have to be first paid off. Second, it has to pay the amount of loan which is taken from a partner of the firm. Third, the payment of the partner's capital is to be made. So this is the order of the settlement of accounts after dissolution. Now let's see what are the difference between the dissolution of partnership and dissolution of a partnership firm. So based on certain distinctions, based on the meaning it applies to the transition between the partners in the current agreement. So dissolution of partnership means that there is a change only in the number of partners, where only one or two partners leave the firm due to death or retirement. Whereas dissolution of a firm relates to the breakdown of the cooperation between all the partners of the company. So the relationship between all the partners is completely terminated. The second difference is based on the continuation of the business. So in the case of dissolution of partnership, the business concern can continue its operation with the continuing partners. So only few partners terminate their relationship from the firm. The remaining partners can continue their business. Whereas in the case of dissolution of a firm, they does not resume its operation, where all the relationship of the partners are completely terminated from the firm. Then the next distinction is based on the books of accounts. So here, in the case of dissolution of partnership, the books of accounts will not be closed. They can, as they can continue the business, the books of accounts will not be closed. Whereas in the case of dissolution of the firm, the company's books of accounts must be closed. The next distinction is based on the effect. The effect of dissolution of partnership. The partnership breakup does not inherently mean business dissolution. So the business is not completely dissolved or shut down or closed, but they continue the business. That is the effect under dissolution of partnership. Whereas in the case of dissolution of the firm, it inevitably implies that it comes to an end. The business comes to an end, and the relationship between all the partners is completely broken. So this is the effect of dissolution of a partnership firm. The next distinction is based on its nature. So the nature of dissolution of partnership is voluntary. So they voluntarily give a notice and they retire from the firm. Whereas in the case of dissolution of a partnership firm, it can be voluntary or it can be deliberate. So these are the differences between the dissolution of a partnership and dissolution of a partnership firm. Hope it is clear, students. In the next class, we will see other important basic concepts under dissolution.